everyone and welcome. Yeah, I haven't done any videos for a while for one reason or the other, so yeah, I'm just returning with a couple of blind buys. These two have been on my radar for a while. Just interested in them, like the idea of what notes they have and key ingredients, and yeah, just like the idea of what ingredients they have and the smells, the aromas associated with them. I don't know much about them. I've just seen what perhaps other people have seen. People rate them, and I don't think I've seen anyone not rate them. Though, yeah, without any further ado, this is what we're doing today. We're going to do, even though it's backwards, we're going to do Gisada Ambassador for Men, 100 milliliter eau de parfum, and Ambassador Intense eau de parfum, 100 milliliter. I'd say, yeah, complete blind buys. Could be an expensive waste of money because they weren't cheap, or could be a couple of bangers for the collection, who knows, you know. So yeah, let's have a look. I'll start with this one, and this is Ambassador for Men. So rip that off. I'm not sure if I got a little whiff there. Hope it's not detailed. Seems like damage, rather. It seems like a bit of a flipping impossible box to get into. Let me come back to this. Yeah, so we got into the box, and yeah, I can definitely smell fragrance. As I say, I hope it's not leaking. Don't know, that looks a bit cloudy to me. Let's have a look. Don't know if that's right or not. It is cold. Let me know if that's okay or not, because that doesn't look okay to me. I'm not sure if it's meant to be that cloudy. We'll have a spray. I'll spray it on my wrist because, well, okay. So it doesn't smell off or anything. I'm just a bit off put by that colour, the cloudiness of it. I've not experienced that with many fragrances. I don't know if that's gone off or not. Okay, so yeah, what am I getting initially? It's quite zesty. It's very zesty. It's very, I'd say, summer orientated. That's the immediate. It smells strong. I mean, that was one spray and that's powered that arm up. That's proper powered it. It's like super arm. It sort of smells of like fruit punch. It's fresh. I mean, that's just the opening. I'm hoping that settles down. But yeah, I can't get my mind off that cloudiness. Maybe I don't know, because it's cold outside. I don't know, maybe temperature might have had an effect on it. It might settle down. Hope so. It's been in transit, so there's a little hint of wood in the background, but the overpowering thing for me is that fruit. It's very fruity, very tropical. The thing I noticed on this, actually, and I probably would have done better reading it before, is it's got Mandarin in, and well, it's green Mandarin, and Mandarin's not one of them things for me. Even eating them, I can get a headache. So I'm hoping this isn't the case with this. It seems to be a backbone to it, like a very green backbone with a fruity projection. Again, I'm no expert on notes and what they are. I just go off what I like to smell, what I like wearing, really. And yeah, could I see myself wearing this? Yeah, I think definitely. It would work for me in the summer. This, well, I don't know actually. I reckon it might pull off in winter. It might actually be a bit strong in the summer. I don't know. Okay, let's have a little look. Let's get on to Fragrantica. I'll have a little look at the pros and cons of this. The guy who made this, developed it, was Andreas Wilhelm back in 2019. Yeah, I'll just read off the notes. Apple, green mandarin, cardamom, violet. Middle notes are mango, lavender, black pepper, patchouli and peony. Base notes are vanilla, amber, vetiver, teak wood and moss. So yeah, I think that's what I was smelling, the vetiver and perhaps that moss and amber as the backbone. That's like really well defined, the structure of this. Yeah, nice. So pros of this: a good performance and scent, long lasting, 12 hours, feels strong, feels super strong, feels very powerful, that which, yeah, if you like that, I think this you can pull this off really good on a suit, really good on a suit, very, very smartly dressed, going out for the evening. I don't think anyone would be, well, maybe disappointed with that. We'll come to that in a minute. Might be some people really actually despise this, so I'll refrain on that comment. Scratch it. Pleasant with mass appeal. There you go. Tropical touch with Sauvage comparison. Wouldn't know, haven't got Sauvage. I've smelt Sauvage Elixir and I really like that, and I will get that probably next time I'm at duty free. Though can't compare it to anything else. Sweet and peppery fragrance, well balanced mixture of sweet and woody notes, sexy tempting fragrance, balanced sweetness with boozy note. Okay, it does. If I'm to be honest, this feels really masterfully done. I mean, these are my first impressions. I've been wearing it for about 5 minutes. This, without getting too gushy about it, this is something else. I'm feeling it. This is going right up high on the list for me. It just feels really masterfully done. I can't describe that. So cons: slightly flamboyant fragrance, which I wouldn't see that as a con, to be honest. It depends if what the occasion is and who you are, and if you're gregarious and outgoing, go for it, wear it, own it. Synthetic opening. It did feel a bit messy, if I'm honest. I don't know about synthetic, but immediately I wasn't drawn to it. It felt very messy, but as it's drying down, it's getting much more refined. Though, can you have everything from a fragrance? Is there any fragrances out there that's got fantastic opening, great dry down, and longevity and projection all in one? Probably a few. Let me know if you know of any. High price for its quality. Well, this Ambassador for Men and Ambassador Intense was, and these are both 100ml, it worked out at around £220. I got 21% off. Now work that out. I think it worked out at about £185. Don't quote me on that. It's not a maths lesson today. So £185 for 200 millilitres of fragrance, one intense and one just the ordinary Ambassador. Is that a high price for this quality? Well, this was the cheaper of the two, and I believe this would have worked out at about, say, the £100-ish mark. £100 for 100 ml. That doesn't even look like 100 ml, does it? That looks like 50 ml. Maybe it's just a round bottle. I can already say now, for what this is and what I'm feeling and what I anticipate for this, the quality I'm getting and the feel I get for its longevity is, this is worth every penny. I am nothing to these people at all. So there's no sponsorship or anything. I'm just going off my own instincts. Yeah, this is value for money, and I'm gonna say for me, it's not a dud blind buy. It's mad how fragrance can actually have you happy. Right, okay, so fruity notes become overwhelming over time. Well, I hope not. I found them overwhelming at the start just because of that messiness and the Mandarin. That Mandarin's not there. What I'm smelling now is the vanilla, and I flipping love vanilla. Cheap alcohol smell in the opening, possibly. Yeah, it was messy for me. Unpleasant smell after a few hours. Bug spray smell when new. Okay, I feel this is really balanced. I think it's flipping. I can't stop flipping gushing over it. To be honest, and that's sad. It's not sad, is it? I don't know. Let me know. It's sad to really like a fragrance. Right, so let's have a look. This might be a long one, so let's have a look. Just some casual comments. Beautiful and cozy scent. Wow, I expected a lot more from this. This smells very cheap. Not for me. Okay. Well, mango scent, not a Sauvage clone. Pleasant, wearable, but nothing extreme. It has a strange pungent smell of mango. Well, if it's got mango in, I can smell the vanilla. It's straight up chemical bomb. Sweat in a polyester t-shirt. Unbearable nausea causing. Wow. I'm a 40-year-old executive, generally abhor the fragrances that are stereotypically considered youthful, fruity, overly sweet, full of ambroxan, club incense, etc. Sauvage, Y and their ilk are hard passes for me. Therefore, I'm very shocked that I absolutely dig Ambassador. It is overly sweet, even cloying. Yep. Is it a synthetic fruitiness? Yep. But there is something about it that also has a masculinity and a maturity to it that the other hype designers don't have for me. Maybe it's the woods and the spices that belie the fruits. I appreciate the longevity. Anything beyond 2 sprays and I would choke people out for 10 plus hours. Cashmere and Lavender Fougere, butyritic, fruity esters composition with harsh ambroxan amber, woody, peppery, dry, leathery base with Sauvage vibe. Yep. Smells like straight up Sauvage EDT metallic sharpness with synthetic tart mangoes. But isn't anyone saying anything other than this is Sauvage? I mean, come on, let's flip and try something new here. Let's forget Sauvage even existed. Smells like you spilled fruit punch on yourself. Wow, smells exactly like Coach Platinum. Too sweet and fruity. I'd assume that based from the colour, it's an amber oriental woody. Doesn't last long. Or for the least, I can't smell it in myself after an hour. So yeah, sometimes that can be the case. I have that with, apart from Damali Percival, within minutes I go nose blind. It's a shame because I really like the smell of it as well, and others can smell it. People keep talking about trying to clone Elixir when this is 2 years older than Elixir. Get it together, y'all. So yeah, this came first, then Elixir. Okay, yeah. Well, do you know what? Yeah, I can't complain for that, to be honest. I really can't. I'll be wearing this, definitely. It does feel strong and pungent on me. I don't know about batch numbers or anything. It's quite a mixed bag then. A lot of people are hating on this. Cannot for the life of me understand how anyone could say they dislike this unless they aren't into masculine, spicy, powerful fragrances. This is good enough to be in its own lane without having elixir mentioned. Well done you, thank you for that. Smelly but good is, yeah. And if this was out before elixir, then yeah, it probably deserves its recognition in its own right. 50-50 on this, I'd say. A lot of people hating it and comparing it to elixir, like elixir or Sauvage is somewhat superior. One of my main reasons for not buying any of the Sauvages other than the elixir, which will be on my buy list, is because I really don't like smelling like other people, and lots of people have Sauvage. So any conversations about that, I turn off anyway, and all the comments on this are going, Sauvage. So, I've turned off quite a bit. I'd like to recognise this in its own right, particularly if it has, and it was developed before Sauvage Elixir, which is the common comparison. So why that would even come into the conversation, if anything, the conversation would be around Sauvage Elixir. It's a clone of Gisada Ambassador, because this is its predecessor. But do you know what? I don't care. What I hate you like. Blind buy, not disappointed. Would I suggest you blind buy it? Well, it's up to you. It depends if you're in a position to, and you want to. You like fragrances, and even if you didn't like it, you could sell it on. You wouldn't lose too much, I don't think, from that. One spray out of that, you get your money back, but that's staying in the collection. So that's Gisada Ambassador for men. Okay, I hope you're still with me. We're ready for round 2, and this one is Ambassador Intense Gisada 100ml. So we've just done the ordinary Ambassador, and now we're going Intense. And would I have the same issue with trying to get into the box? Flipping how to make these like Hellraiser puzzle box. Right. Flipping, oh it is. Like you gotta solve a flipping puzzle and get it out. At least there's some Cenobites with it. Right. Yep. I hope you're not too precious about your openings, people. It's a fucking effort. Like a full-on workout. Right. So different same bottle but black. Not see-through. Can't smell anything from that. So no. What does it say? Ambassador Intense by Gisada, Switzerland. So let's again blind buy. Okay, well that's different. That's boozy. That's very boozy. That's really boozy, that is. Okay. So that's getting very smoky. It's smoky, stroke, slightly incensey. I've not read on this. I know nothing about this. I just thought I'd buy them both and blind buy them, and yeah, take it from there. It's got a sort of Coca-Cola smell to it. It's definitely deeper. There's not the fruitiness from the original Ambassador. No, it's that fruitiness has been replaced with booziness. It's almost like coffee. I don't know, it's changing. I've got it up, and mainly cause warm, spicy, sweet, amber, aromatic, soft, spicy, vanilla, balsamic, fresh, spicy, woody, fruity. So this is the new fragrance. Ambassador Intense was launched in 2022. The nose behind this fragrance is Olaf Larsen. Top notes are licorice, Guatemalan, cardamom, nutmeg, incense, pink pepper, lavender, ginger, elemi, mandarin orange, ozonic notes, and bergamot. That's a lot. That's a lot on the top notes. Middle notes are raspberry, caramel, cinnamon, cloves, jasmine, geranium, orchid, heliotrope, and freesia. Base notes are tonka bean, vanilla, patchouli, cashmere wood, amber, leather, musk, Haitian vetiver, oakmoss, and labdanum. The reason why I'm laughing is because I honestly have not got any fragrances with so many notes in it. I think they've got just about every note you can have out there in this, apart from oud. Put a bit of oud in it. Do you know what, actually, I think that might be what's a bit missing on this. I mean, my nose is no way refined enough to pick out hardly any of them. It picked out the incense. That's about it. Flipping, that's an overload, that is. Again, I'm not sure whether it's an idea to do the comparisons, because it then becomes indistinguishable to which I'm smelling. You know, what my nose is picking up. I'll try and keep it. I'll keep that arm out of the way for the sake of science. The left arm can stay out of the way. Right, so that booziness is gone. Maybe it's just like fresh out the bottle. Whilst this says intense, I personally feel it's more subtle than the original Ambassador for Men. I'm not sure what the intense is about, though. We'll have a look at some pros. Strong masculine scent, versatile for this kind of scent. It does feel more versatile than the original. I probably will get away with wearing this in more situations than I would the other one, and I'd probably reach for this, to be fair, more so. I'm a sucker for incense. There's something about that in a fragrance for me. So solid performance here, darker manly fragrance. Yeah, this is what I'm feeling. It is much more deeper. There isn't that fruity airiness, that almost blue fragrance style. Oh, here we go. Similar to Dior Sauvage Elixir. Again, great for fall and winter. Spicy citrusy. Well, I'm gonna wear this tonight. Actually, it's flipping freezing. So, this is gonna be my fragrance of the day. Spicy, citrusy, and fresh opening. I didn't get that. I got that from the other. I got just an overload of booze. Soft dose of sweetness with florals in the dry note. Great. I do like my florals. I've got a feeling with this, I might get nose blind quickly. It's just a feeling. It's not a fact. Right, so cons are less fruity than original Ambassador 100%, but then, you know, does it have to be more fruitier to be a pro? Darker and heavier fragrance, yeah, I totally agree. No mango note in this one, so some people might be relieved. Expensive price tag. Well, I think this cost about, I think it's about 120, and that's a 100 milliliter bottle. So if people are comparing this to Sauvage Elixir, which retails at about 180, 190 for 100 mil, and you want to be different, you don't want to smell like everyone else in the club. You know, I'm picking up that incense and There's something about it. Maybe that Sunday school upbringing is flooding back. So, right, expensive price tag, £120. That's the retail of this, 120 quid. Now, you get what you pay for, I think, and I think for 120 quid for that, this is equally, it feels equally as strong and powerful and as pleasant as many niche fragrances out there that are possibly double this price. So yeah, I mean, what's a bottle of Paco Rabanne a million? That's like 70, 80 quid. And you know, designers can make it a lot cheaper than niche because of the mass production they have. So for an extra 40 quid, you're getting a niche brand there of what I believe is going to be a real powerful performer. That is, I'm not going to say it because it probably gets so much hate, but you know, I'll allude to possibly as good, if not better than Elixir. The thing I like about Elixir, and again, I don't know, I haven't looked into it, but there's a pepperiness in Elixir, and that's what I like. It isn't in the other Sauvages, and it's that pepperiness that I like in this, and this is deeper pepper, so my mind's swaying more to this, to be honest. It might actually make the point of buying Elixir redundant. May not be worth the money. They said, why have you got 3 cons here about the cash? And again, that's getting more thumbs down. So, you know, people don't agree with that. Cheap smelling accord to some. No, thumbs down again, it's saying. Smells like caramel according to some, thumbs down. No, I definitely don't get caramel. Pepper and incense. It's a fascinating thing, this fragrance thing. The analyst in me wants to wear this and have the experience and to see if I can pick out all these different notes and identify them. I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't stand a chance. Though there was so much in this. There was so many notes in this that one could potentially be a long time entertained with this, getting different notes throughout its wear. Possibly, I don't know. That's just, you know, my first impression. Could be totally incorrect. It seems to be going off the charts, actually. 2023. It's had a resurgence. Longevity is long-lasting, strong, sillage, eternal. Simply a cheaper and longer-lasting Dior Sauvage. I would say that 3 sprays is the maximum for this fragrance. Otherwise, it would simply be too overpowering. I used 3 sprays at 7 p.m. and I could smell it at 1 p.m. the next day. Well, I'm going to wear this today anyway, so that's 3. I always feel a bit, should we do, right, that's 5, that's enough. That's enough. Right, do you know what? When that initially smelled boozy, the very first fragrance comment I've just got, it says fruity and synthetic, and that's bizarre because immediately when spraying it on, it smelled fruity, then not boozy. I don't dislike it either. Pretty fun fragrance. I somewhat see the Sauvage comparisons, but they're not the same. Not sure which one I like better either. I use this as just a throwaway fragrance. I got a large decan, but would not refill it. Smells amazing. I say it smells 85% Sauvage, and it's fruitier, longer lasting, and sillage is strong. Recommend this. So again, enough with the flipping Sauvage stuff, man. There's enough ingredients in this to go another direction. I'm having to skip through so many comments here. I mean, not bad. If the collection lacks a Dior Sauvage style fragrance, you should buy it. No shame on Dior. You might think it even better. Would this make Sauvage redundant for me? Damn, it's got me talking about Sauvage now. Les Sophie says smash. Beautiful scent, so many notes, but they all fit together very well. Masterpiece for sure. Would love to have this in my collection. 9 out of 10. Well, I'm sensing this is a masterpiece. The already Ambassador, the original, to me, in my mind, is a masterpiece. Even though there's so much hate out there for that, I don't get it. To me, it's a solid performer. Well, I say performer, I haven't tried it yet, but let me hear the words out. Alright, scratch that. Yeah, Ambassador for men's great. Right, for me. Gisada, Ambassador Intense. Yeah, God, awesome. Great smell for a great price. Seems to smell nicer the next day. Easy lasts 24 hours just with 2 sprays. Wouldn't wear it if you don't like strong spicy fragrance. Just smells like heaven. Well, I love strong spicy fragrances. Not sure if people around me will, especially not with 5 sprays. However, it is what it is. I find this very easy to wear. Nice, spicy, useful, bright. It may not be something drastically different, but it does seem to do things better than the fragrances it relates to. I think it's wearable year round. For the price, it was a nice surprise. Well, thank you for not mentioning the fragrance that shall not be named. This is one of the best of Gisada. Don't listen to the ones that are saying bad things here. The original one is a beast, and this one is like it, but much more darker. 9 out of 10. Alright, well, I'm going to end it on that, and because I'm going to be honest here with me. I don't know if you agree or whatever, though I see the potential in both of these, that I think they're just wonderfully developed. There's something about them already, and I haven't even worn them, that just reeks of professionalism. There's some real great alchemy going off here, and the thing is because they are quite strong, it's probably not wise to do what I've just done, put 5 sprays on, because I will get nose blind, and that's a shame, because there's some solid stuff going off here, and I really don't want to get nose blind to this. Yep, so these 2 here, and thankfully that liquid is cleared out. It may have just been temperature and travel movement. They are, in my mind, 2 solid winners there. What can one say? Yeah, if you don't want to smell like 90% of people in the club or around that think that Dior Sauvage is the greatest thing ever, then yeah, maybe try something new. I'm certainly not going to be disappointed, and I really look forward to trying these out and gauging reactions. But yeah, out of the 2, I don't think I could compare the 2, in the sense that I think one would be fitting for certain occasions more than the other. I'm looking forward to trying that in heat, because one of my favourite experiences is Naxos in heat. Sounds like an adult movie, doesn't it? Though, what I mean by that is in high temperatures, summer, I just feel Naxos comes into its own. For many, that might be cloying. For me, I just think it elevates the level of the fragrance. So, with the similarity I get off that, I'd like to see, with Naxos, I'd like to see how this performs in hot weathers. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that and stuck with it. As always, creating value in your lives and environment, and you're smelling great, enjoying your favourite fragrances today. So all the best. Au revoir.